Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live for the Straightjacket podcast. The podcast that is always happening on a Monday. So if you're not here on a Monday, you're missing out, people, man. So big up to everyone who's locked in. 307 podcast. Smash a like on the video. That's the main thing you need to be doing. Honestly, the first thing that everyone on this show should be doing is hitting the like button. Costs you nothing. Bottom right hand corner looks like this. Hit that button. And Nuruddin, man, how you doing, man? It's cold out there. It's currently, I think, 2 degrees in Manchester today. It's ain't a joke. Ain't a joke, man. It ain't a joke.
Winter's here finally. Winter's arrived.
Winter's arrived.
Winter's arrived, man. Winter's arrived. Big up to everybody. That's why we look wrapped up, people. We're wrapped up.
Yeah.
Love and light to everybody. Big up to our community. First and most of all, big up to our community, innit? Gone through some horrific tragedy this weekend. Love and solidarity to everybody.
Yeah.
And life is short, innit? Life is short.
Absolutely, man. Big up to everyone. Like I said, man, everyone going through stuff in life.
Whether it's local, national, or globally, innit? Solidarity and love to all. That's what we want to say, man. Solidarity and love to all, everybody, man.
Spot on, man. Spot on.
Winter's here, and our first time in the history of Manchester United.
Yeah, man.
140-something odd years. We've first official day today, actually, of our new boss, Amorim, and he's the first team coach we've ever hired.
So is it? First team ever coach?
That's modern. We're getting with the modern times. We're only 20, 30 years too late, but you know.
Yeah.
It's Man United. It's Manchester United.
Manchester United, mate. That's what it is, man. So we're gonna get into a lot of stuff today, man. You know what I'm saying? Amorim trading today, and then we're gonna do a tier list of who will transform and who will flop. I've got a list here. We're gonna go through them all, and we're gonna talk about everything, man, and discuss it all, man. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So we're gonna just do that. So you're gonna help us with that. I'm not gonna really talk about Colomwani. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's just pointless transfer news at the minute. So if you want to talk about Colomwani, you can do that in the comments. But I'm not gonna do that. I can't lie to you, man. I can't be asked. But listen, people, did you see the training session? Apparently, there's a couple of youngsters in there, man. A couple of youngsters. Mainoo, you know,
that's expected, bro,
He might be the Van Gaal, man, where he trusted the youth, like, you know, in terms of like, you know, the hidden gems. Because boy, we've got a talented character, man, that, you know, that needs to be playing some football. Obviously, you don't want to rush them, but imagine he gets them playing, and you know what I mean, like they become these shining new stars that United have needed. What are you saying?
Yeah, you're right, 100%. Well, he's used a lot of young players because Saeed, I've always said in it, I have to explain it to people that younger players help a coach, especially a new coach. You entrust in young players, and they will repay you more likely than anything else. They will repay that. They will repay the trust that you're giving to them. It's also like in terms of coaching, it's easier for young brains to take information than there is for older players who have been through 6-7 managers in their careers. So it's easier at the critical moments in a game. They will always go to their default setting. They will always go to what they know, what game plan or how, in a way that they can just refer to, because that's what's been the central to their career. So whoever has had their most imprint as a coach on their career, they will go default to that. You know, unless you do it so much so repetitive work on the training ground that you literally coach the old ways out of them. So younger players are that advantage for a reason. You know what I mean? You see the impact. You see the impact of their coaching, and obviously young players are fearless as well, because it's that little, like, you know, that innocence in it. You know, that kind of innocence and ignorance to all what it means.
They don't have the fear. You got a fire in the belly. Shout out to Mr. T. The fire in the belly. Listen, that Kokonkru guy is 16, man, but he looks like he's built, man. He's 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5".
Man.
Can play as a left back. He's actually really good as a left back or a centre.
He's a centre back by trade, though, isn't he?
Yeah. But he can play as a left back.
Damn, man.
And
that's what crazy. Yeah, this is the one here.
He's calm. He's actually one of the people that they're really the academy as a defender, because to be honest with you, defenders usually say to be centre halves.
Yeah,
they need to be like exceptional because there are so much things to be aware of. They need coaching.
Of course,
you don't get young centre halves throwing in a deep end. They have to be something incredibly special. But for him to be playing like on the 21s already, having games and training with them, and then being thrown into the first team training today, shows you that the developmental plan that the people around like Carrington have and the faith that they have in him. Yeah, he's left-footed,
Yeah, left-footed, man. So fair play, man. You get me? Like, we'll see, man.
He's a unit, athleticism, strength, good on one-on-ones, good on the ball. Yeah, can improve, can only improve,
Yeah, can only improve, man. So big up to Kokonka, man. And then a youngster, good to see Mainoo back in training as well. That's good news as well. You know what I mean? I can tell he wasn't ready to come fully fit on the Ten Hag, man. Because normally these players are rushing to get back in the team, but Mainoo was like, "Yo, I'd rather stay, man, and wait." You know what I mean? So shout out to Mainoo, man. But he's back as well. So yeah, man. There's a lot of good news in that aspect, man. So big up to the lads, man. But well, listen, we're gonna get into the tier list now. Nearly 400 people here, guys. If you can get the likes up, man, people. Hit the like button on the video, man. That will help the channel massively. So please do that. But yeah, we've got all the names here on the bottom screen already. You can see them here. I've put on the top key player, transform, rotation, loan, flop, and sell.
Woo! We've added new dimensions to the thing.
Well, added dimensions to the thing, man.
Loan, flop, and sell. Loan, flop, and sell. It's like a pub. Loan, flop, and sell. Loan, flop, and sell.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, man. So for me, I wanted to do that. You know, but do you agree with that list? Do you think I should just allow the maybe rotation bit? Transform is someone who's gonna improve under you know what I mean, under Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying?
Ten Hag, under Amorim.
Under Amorim, yeah.
Amorim, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start, cool. Man.
The first one,
because some people are gonna take a massive head loss after some of my decisions. Trust me.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping Musa gets in as well. If he is about Musa, hopefully he joins.
Yeah, big up Musa if he's about. Join us. But Musa about. So how have you felt? Let me get your reaction. We've not spoken since last Friday. When was it Saturday or was it Friday when the news broke about his interview? What did you thought?
No, I liked it, man. I liked what he was saying. I liked his energy. I liked his kind of understanding of the club. I like the fact that he talked about identity. You know, not just winning games for the sake of winning games. You've got to win with identity. I like that, man. I think for me that was good, man. He said all the right things, and for me, he said it differently to Ten Hag, where Ten Hag came in and said, "Just era's come to an end," in it. Like he didn't really look towards bringing in key points, but I felt like 12 minutes, you gain so much from that 12 minutes. Sometimes you don't have to speak a lot to say a lot. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you speak and you listen. And I think that's what it is with Amorim. It's like when he speaks, you listen. So fair play to him.
He's a poet, man. He's a poet. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was quite gassed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because everything that I've ever said, identity, something for us to get behind, everything that I've been saying, like coaches should do, like they have to show you something to back.
Yeah.
Show you something to back. There's a right way and a wrong way of losing. He hit all of those points. But one of the most interesting things that I thought, I mean, it's talk at the end of the day, and you know what I mean, like what they say. I did preface it with my tweet and said talk is cheap. Yeah. But I really like what I heard. And what I liked about it is that it didn't come up as PR. It came up as very genuine, like on the spot.
Yeah.
He just answered these questions in a very honest way. And he communicated to them in a very clear and concise way. Yeah. But the most important thing for me, I thought, he said, everything the players have experienced, he knows about. The two positions he did not play was a striker and a goalkeeper. Yeah. Every other position in a football pitch he's played. He's been a substitute. You know what I mean? He's been on the bench. So he knows. And he said it's fun, hard work. Those were the things, fun. And then it's not about the individuals. It's about the team collective. and his emphasis on the team collective, which was like, yeah, this guy's not here to mess about. But Saeed, I'm not gonna lie to you though. I'm gonna discuss it after this show. I'm gonna discuss it on my channel.
Yeah.
But Ineos are already briefing certain bullshit.
No, but it's fake news though, man. It's fake news. I want to listen to them news, you know.
No, Docker. Saeed Docker is somebody who's briefed, man.
They said the same thing last time. We're gonna spend 35 million, then they end up being fake report.
No, but I'm just saying to you, James Docker is somebody that they're briefing. Maybe Ineos are using him to try to think that make people.
I think it's fake news because they say this every year. We've got a restricted budget. Next thing you know, United spend 200 million. So it's not really restricted, is it? Every year that happens, by the way. So I don't know. I generally believe it's just scaremongering. It's just trying to act like, you know, we can make a story out of United. For me, that's what I believe anyway. But obviously, we're going to discuss it anyway on your show here. Let's go with Casemiro. Casemiro. We're not going to put sell because I feel like if you're a flop, you're going to be sold, innit? There's no point putting it here.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Key player, transform, rotation, loan, and flop. I'm going to say key player only because you need your leaders while you start. When you start, you need your leaders. You need players who you're going to bring and what you call it, and help you, man, and whatnot. Like, you can't. I feel like, obviously, I'm not saying that just because he's older than him, he's gonna, you know, you shouldn't respect him or whatever. But I just feel like for me, you can't oust a player of Casemiro's ability and know-how when you just come to the club, especially your first 6 months for me as well. That's why I feel he's going to be a key player. You can't transform him because he's been there, done it, innit? Yeah.
I do think, I think he's key player, but it's rotation. He can't play 2 games a week, though. We know that. He can't play 2 games a week.
Okay.
So he's somebody to be rotated. He's a key player in terms of leadership, especially if he gets with the communication, that Amorim style communication, because he's the guy that can speak to the, you know, the rest of the Portuguese speaking guys, innit? It's in Bruno, who are speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
There's a couple other people there who might understand.
A couple of the Portuguese dons. Yeah.
So in terms, I agree with you in terms of him being key. And to be fair, he's been one of the best players. Him and Mazraoui have been the best 2 players of the season so far. In terms of like the performances, the consistency in the performances. So I do think he's a key player. I agree with you, but he's also rotated. I think he can be both. He needs to be rotated because where we see Casemiro struggle inside is when he has to play high intense games back to back. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So
that's a fact. But for me though, the reason why I say it's a key player, he's still going to be the first name on a team sheet, no matter what. Like, I still believe if you had to rotation is rotating a player for the sake of rotating. For me, no. He's a key player.
Well, I don't think rotation is not.
Like, Mount is a rotation player.
No,
Mount is a rotation player.
I'm just saying to you, I really think that Amorim demands a lot of running from the 2 players in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you, rotation for me means that people who come off the bench now and again, or some games start, some games you need a rest. You know what I mean? Like, that is because with the older players, you have to manage Saeed.
Okay, let's ask the audience then. So the audience is 1-1 here. Obviously, we don't have Musa here on Minnow. So chat, are you going to say rotation or key player? Let me know. My
definition of rotation is different to yours. Rotation means for me that you need to manage the minutes because you don't want them getting burnt out.
Yeah, man, I'm saying that, but you still believe that he's an important player overall.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
there you go then.
Yeah.
So he's an important player then. He's a key player.
Yeah.
Let me know in the chat, guys. What are you saying? Key player?
For the short term, he's a key player in the short term.
Okay.
In the long term,
fair enough.
I don't think he's the type of guy.
No, that's fair enough.
He hasn't got the legs. That's
fair enough. Big up to Killis, man, with a donation. Big up to Killis. Says, big up, really good interview. We need to see something to back. I like the bits of identity, his time as a player, and about not overcomplicating instructions. So a balance. Yeah, that was good as well. The fact that he's not going to overcomplicate information, because that's what, you know, seemed to be under Ten Hag, that they just didn't understand his rotation. And so his what they wanted and the demand they wanted from them. So yeah, that is the first one, guys. In Casemiro, key player. Maguire. Maguire. I'm going to say...
To be fair, I'm not going to lie to you. I think from everything that he's gone through, from where he's been to where he's come from right now, it's been a transformation in terms of the
Yeah.
player, because the things that he came back from, all of the stress, the mistakes, all of that must not be easy. I rate him as a character, but I think now that he's coming to that age, he's becoming incredibly injury prone, and I think it's time to let him go.
Yeah. Okay.
At the end of the season, I think it's time to let him go at the end of the season.
Okay. So you think, okay. Wow.
Yeah. That's what I believe. Because
the thing is, though, when you look at it, though, he will become rotation for now, though, when you deep it. Like, he will be rotating his back three. This actually has saved his career in a sense, in a bit of, if he does well here, he might get another club after this. Whereas beforehand, you kind of look at yourself thinking he's not getting any game time or whatnot. I think for me, this is a rotation one where he's going to rotate in his back three because, we might have injuries. We're probably going to have players playing more minutes. We've got Europa League as well. I think
100%. But I'm saying to you, at the end of the season is somebody. I don't know what we're doing this. We're doing this for the end of the season because I don't believe anybody's going.
This is now until the end of the season.
Yeah. So the end of the season for me is Tara.
Yeah, he will be. But for now, would you say it's a rotation?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Rotation it is then, people. I think for me in this system here, he's actually got a bit more life in him now that he can play maybe in the back.
We don't know. Sorry, to be fair, we don't exactly know because he did say whether it's 4-3-3 or 3-4-3. He said basically it's about the character. So he might just assess the team and then think, I can't play that formation yet. But he's definitely in rotation for now. But I think at the end of the season, if Manchester United if you want to believe in this transformation of Manchester United, then he's Tara, mate. Thank you very much, and Tara.
Yeah.
I do worry about how he's become really injury prone. Remember, he used to be available all the time.
100%, bro. 100%. I think his injuries have been a bit too much now. There's a lot of injuries now happening, man, which is not unlike him. He's normally fit and ready, but maybe it's just a lot of saying like the way we're playing under Ten Hag killed him because there was a lot of running in behind. Yeah. This one here, I'm gonna say flop on Luke Shaw. Purely because
listen, let's not even talk about it, Saeed. Saeed, let's not talk about it. Let's do the flop. Let's not talk about it, Saeed. Let's not wait. It's not worth our breath to analyze it.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, bye. In January, send him on loan. Get him out of here, man.
This one here, I'll be real with you. You know what it is, He's not even going to get enough game time for me to even be considered. That's where my kind of thing is like, I think he's going to flop because he's not going to be able to play. Not reliable. Yeah, big up AJ. Not reliable. So hence why I believe he ain't going to be ready in the system that, normally if you're available, you could say, you know what, Maguire is rotation. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's had a few injuries right now, Maguire, but the majority of it, he's been fairly fit. But now, this one here, bro, nah, man. Or Lindelof, for example. But this one here, this one for me is a straight flop. I don't know what Musa's saying, but, do you still have belief in this one here, Musa? Or what are you saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Big up,
I don't know if you can hear us right now, Musa. Can you hear us, bro?
I think he's starting.
No, I don't think he can. But yeah, I think ultimately, I think for me, I'd put this one as a straight flop, man. And like I said, bro, this needs to go from flop to sell. You know what I mean? This one here needs to get rid of it in the summer, man. ASAP. You know what I mean? Because boy, we've had it up to here with this brother, man. Is he back? Is he not back? You know what I mean? So I think this one here has got to be a flop. Next one, Victor Lindelof.
Yeah, see you later, man.
No, but I'm talking about in the system right now. Do you reckon rotation? Yeah, another rotation here. You know what I mean? He played alongside him. You know what I mean? I played alongside him at Braga, or was it Benfica? That's mad, that Lindelof played alongside him. That's crazy, man. It's mad. I still can't believe that, man. Do you know what I mean? And Lindelof's 30 as well. So
yeah, boy, Amorim's from like the what's my man's era? What's my man at Real Madrid in the middle of the park? Modric area.
Yeah, Modric. He's in the Modric era. Yeah.
That's not really that far. That's not really.
It's not far, when you deep it. Yeah.
He was playing 6 years ago, 7 years ago. He was playing.
Like, no.
7, 8 years ago, he was playing.
Modric first through at Tottenham was about 22, 23. Remember when he came? 2008.
It's the same level as my man at Milner at Brighton.
Yeah, he was. You know what? That's a shout. You know, because Milner was he was a right back, left back, centre back,
teenage sensation,
midfielder. You know,
Milner broke the record for scoring the youngest goal scorer in the Premier League for Leeds.
Yeah,
he was like 15 and a bit, or something like under 16 or something like that.
Was Amorim the same or something?
No. I'm just saying to you, Milner was a sensation. He was a teenage sensation. Milner.
Yeah, but it's the equivalent of having Milner as the Man United manager right now.
Well, his coach is younger than him, isn't he?
No. Come on, man. That's not the same.
His coach, you know Brighton. You know Brighton. Brighton's coach.
Come on, man.
Amorim has not had a better footballing career than James Milner.
No, but I'm saying though, but understanding the game, Amorim clearly has shown.
No, I'm not going to see me. I will never disrespect James Milner. Whether he's going to be a good coach or not, that's something else. But in terms of what the lad has done throughout his whole footballing career, he's won the Premier League.
Milner's probably achieved more though.
That's what I'm saying. Milner's achieved more. Milner's had a better footballing career. We're not saying he's going to be a better manager, but how old is Milner? 39?
You're about 38, 39, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the same age as Amorim. It's like Milner walking in Old Trafford and saying, "Hello, lads, I'm the new manager."
Yeah, that's true.
This is why Noreen says, "Don't get giddy. Don't just calm down.
Yeah,
let's see what's going on. All roads lead to the dugout. Nobody get giddy, mate."
But you know Brighton's coach. I found myself getting giddy after that interview. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I don't.
I found myself getting lost. You know,
no, don't do it.
I found myself. I swear to God. Because
don't
he
do
said
it.
all of the key
yeah, you
things,
got to, man.
All the key things that I asked for.
You want to be giddy, let him
Don't get giddy. When Saeed
No, I'm not getting giddy. I said talk is cheap, innit?
Listen, when Saeed posted the picture,
but now you got to put it into action.
When Saeed posted the picture of the team walking through Old Trafford, I said, "Don't get giddy." That team looked like it was from Del Boy Fools and Horses.
Yeah, trust me.
One of them looked like Del Boy. You see the the goalkeeper coach.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. All right, next one is Onana. I'm going to say key player.
He's a big key player. No.
What about transform, though, in terms of his ability? Because you got a new goalkeeper coach now. The kicking hasn't been great. What about becoming or is it not transformative? Is it just a case of being a key player now? And
Saeed is transformed. Saeed is transformed. To me, see you later. But I keep my principle, innit? He's playing well.
I don't think it's a key priority this summer. I'm not willing to spend another 40, 50 million now. I think for me...
Let me finish.
Go on.
30 seconds. He's been one of our better players this season. He's kept us in games that Manchester United should have got beat. He's done fantastically well. But do I believe in Onana as a goalkeeper for Manchester United coming forward? Going forward. No, I don't. Do I think Manchester United are going to win it? Let me finish. Do I think Manchester United are going to go compete for big trophies with Onana in net? I don't see it, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. So definitely transform Saeed because he needs to get better at saving shots close to his body, and he needs to stop doing all this jumping jack business, right? And all this breakdancing, and just kick the ball to people. Have a way where the ball goes into certain area repetitively. So he's a player that needs to be worked into
top 3 goalkeepers in the Premier League.
Yes, Musa, I understand that, bro. He's done well so far this season. But in me, personally, I look at the traits of certain goalkeepers. I am not satisfied with his player profile and the attributes of him as a goalkeeper.
You know what calmed me down, Nordy? When I watched the interview of Edwin van der Sar talking about Onana recently, and that was enough for me to know that, Onana's a goalkeeper, man. I think what Edwin said about him and his approach and him as a character and as a goalkeeper and what he saw, Onana, you know what it is? Onana's ahead of his time as a goalkeeper, and it's only years after we're going to start seeing more keepers like him. People start looking back and saying, "Do you remember that Onana that used to do this?" I reckon that's what's going to happen.
No, but the thing is, for me, is it the top priority if United had a budget of 200 million?
It is in the top 3 goalkeepers in the Premier League. How can it be a priority? There's only maybe that 2 goalkeepers.
I believe in him. I'm not going to lie to you. There's part of me that thinks Yeah, in the future, I'm not gonna lie, we should get a better keeper. But for now,
this is the shiny toy thing. What is
maybe it is
keeper than Onana? What is a better keeper than Onana?
For me, it's not. For me, I'm sorry, Musa.
Costa's better, he said.
Listen,
Costa's rubbish. We saw him. He's rubbish.
Listen, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's not rubbish.
No, we saw him.
Can make mistakes. Keepers can make mistakes like Unana's made some of them.
He's not in the sticks.
So you know what? People in glass houses should not be throwing stones.
He's not in between the sticks.
People who live in glass houses.
He's not in between the sticks of the most covered football team on the planet.
It don't matter.
Can you imagine him doing those faults at Old Trafford?
Costa can adapt.
Can you imagine Costa doing those silly mistakes at Old Trafford?
Bro, it's going to be crucified, man.
Listen, that's how you learn. David De Gea came and made mistakes.
And that's what Onana's doing.
Goalkeeper.
And that's what Onana's doing.
No. To me, let me just say this, yeah?
Yeah, say that because we're going to move on from Onana.
I'm no goalkeeping coach, yeah? I'll just leave at this. I do not believe, if I was a striker going through, even if I'm as an amateur, even below amateur, Sunday Lisa, I'd be more confident scoring past Onana than I would ever be against any other keepers in the top 3 or
He's
top
unorthodox. How can you be more comfortable with an unorthodox player than an orthodox one? Orthodox players, you know what they're going to do.
I don't see it. When the balls gets played, shot anywhere around his body, anywhere, quick shots. Saeed, you've seen the shots. I've showed you the shots.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You've seen it.
Yeah, but not this season.
My guy is it's horrendous.
Not this season.
He can't say certain things. If you hit a 25-yard shot right into the corner, my guy cut across on dives. Some of these dives and that are just crazy. I swear to you.
You lot being so harsh.
I think certain things fundamentally. That's a goalkeeper fundamentally, but we'll move on. Yeah. We'll move on. We're not going to my criticism is not personal. It's what I've seen with my own eyes.
Yeah. I'm with you, but you have to listen to what Edwin van der Sar said about him. You might have a different opinion.
Yeah, I will. I'll check it out.
Yeah. Okay, Onana's going there. Guys, keep liking the video, guys. We've got 600 odd in here, 185 likes. Let's get these up to 300 people. Next one is Bruno Fernandes. For me, I can't lie, even though I don't want to say, too much. I think he's still going to be a key player in this. But maybe he could be a transform in terms of the way he plays. I don't know.
What does transform even mean? What does that mean?
Transform is like, say now.
Saeed, I'm sorry. Saeed, I just want to remind you, this is the fucking straitjacket, yeah? Fuck all that, all roses and all that. No, transform. And if not transform, get the fuck out of the football club.
Yeah, transform, man. He's got to be a transform because you know what it is? That the way we play and that and the style now, it's got to be better.
What do you mean? He has to transform the way he plays?
The way we play now, no more hoofball like that. Yeah, none of this hoofball, man. None of this hoofball business. Got to be defensively disciplined. Got to be in terms of his positioning, in terms of his passing of the ball.
The pressing.
The pressing as well.
The headless chicken runs.
Yeah, that sort of stiff thing that he was getting away with in the Ten Hag. He's got to be transformer.
Positional discipline is the key thing. That's what
I would go with that one.
That's what I'm going to judge Amorim on, Saeed. Positional discipline. That's the biggest thing I'm judging Amorim on. Positionally, where are we? Where are the players in your team?
Yeah.
So positional discipline. So he needs to Saeed. He needs the most transformation in the team. I personally believe.
Yeah, spot on. I think for me, this is a crucial guy, man, because I just think for me, I don't know. Generally, for me, it's like another manager comes in, he has to somehow get the best out of Bruno and all of this nonsense. It's make or break, for this manager. So let's see, man. Let's see how he fares with that one. We'll go and transform. Next one is Rashford. I can't lie, yeah. Part of me saying put him on flop,
Nah, you know what? I'm not going to pile it on this. I've seen what.
No, but I'm not saying. But if he doesn't play, he's not going to play left wing. He's going to play strike. I'm predicting that he might flop.
No, he needs to listen. He needs to be. To me, I'm going between rotation and transform. But he has to get out of rotation. He's got to get out. Saeed has to get out of rotation to. He has to get himself into transform his game. He has to get himself in there.
Yeah, that's himself in there. I'm just looking at it thinking, if he's not going to play up front, that's the only position for me right now. I can see him playing is up front, right? Yeah, and if he ain't playing up front, then where's he playing? He's going to become a bench player. You could put him on rotation.
Rotation, mate. Rotation.
This is hard.
Transform.
I would have went for like 2 in each position because it's quite hard to say. Because like I think last year you did it when Eric Ten Hag had the players and you had the starting 11 and then the backup to the starting 11.
Yeah,
I feel like that's where I'm more looking at the team. Who's the starting 11 and then who's the backup for that position? So if we look at Rashford, where is he? Is he behind the striker or is he up front?
He's going to be... No, the thing is, I don't think he plays in the 10s. The 2 10s. So in that system, you got the 2 10s, you got the 2 midfielders, and you got the 2 wing backs, and you got the back 3. That's what it can be.
And where's my man going to play? Where do you think he's going to be? In the 2 10s or...
I think he's going to play up front for me.
So if he's on the front, so he's only competing against who, really?
Hojlund.
Hojlund. So that's what I'm saying. So when...
Why if you choose Hojlund then? Why if you choose
in an ideal world... No, I don't see Hojlund get starting in front of Rashford. So Rashford starts. So if he starts, he's a key player, whether you like it or not.
Okay, then. Key player. Cool. Yeah, nor did you say that? Or you say
I can't see. Listen, my thing is this. This is where I was going to have a contention with Onana. You can't be a starting 11 and not be a key player. The starting 11 are all key players.
No, but we disagree fundamentally. For me, some of these players have to be coached into a system, and that means...
If he starts him though, because it's up to the if the manager gets them onto the training ground, sees what all their ability is, and still puts them in the starting 11, they're key players for the manager.
I'm talking more about a system, so they need to be transformed and given disciplines for them to become a key player.
Remember what Onana said though.
They're not key players to me.
Remember what Amorim said. Amorim said that from the get-go, he's establishing his football. And
well, there we go. So for me, they're not key players. They have to listen. I'm sorry, Musa. They have to listen and take in information.
I'm with you, but within the first 5 games, we're gonna know who Amorim's key players are. And I think, looking at what we do have, sadly, until maybe the summer, Rashford's a key player, Onana's a key player, Casemiro's a key player, Bruno's a key player.
Not for me. I totally disagree. I look at it from a totally different way. For me, these players have got away with murder. They've been allowed to get away with it. They need to be transformed for them to become key players.
Well, let's put him on transform for now, because I feel like for me, he's still on that.
My thing is this though: they won't transform in 5 games. You're not transforming in.
No. Till the end of the season. Till the end of the season.
End of the season.
No, but then he's not going to survive. Because I'll tell you.
That's why I said that's not on flop.
6 months.
No, but a lot of people won't survive. I'll tell you for free, Saeed. Yeah, everyone's giddy FC. Yeah, if United hold about 3 or 4 nils, 5 nils.
No, we're not. We're not going to do that.
Saeed, I'm just telling you, Saeed. In a bad way, especially to the Liverpools and Cities of this life.
You're gonna beat them, man. Don't worry, man.
Everybody here who's giddy, not talking about us as a fan base, they're going to be the first people to jump on this manager and talk about.
No, it's the players for me. I'm jumping on these players.
I don't want to see people change. I don't want no one calling for the managers to play 4 at the back.
No, he has to stick by a system. I'd rather stick by his principles.
Listen, I'll say this, Musa. You can clip it. You can clip it, people. You can clip me. I actually think Manchester United are not going to concede as many goals as we think we're going to concede. Yeah. I actually don't think he's going to play really open football till he gets his system right and he gets the players that can play his system. I believe that, but I could be wrong. For the beatings, for me, I'm ready for the beatings. Man United have been getting beat up for the last 12 years. But to me, it's about if the 18 months of his tenure, it's 2.5 years. 1 second, Musa. If the 2.5 years of his stint is just beatings, then he'll have to walk away. You know what I mean? We don't even have to call for his head.
That's crazy.
For me, he has to I actually believe he's going to play very tight. He doesn't want to damage these players psychologically who are already damaged.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic because he's a young coach. So there's a level of not naivety, but there's a level of optimism.
Energy.
And energy. And he's not as scarred as other managers would have been in their past, where because of being scarred, you second guess yourself. Like Mourinho, his problem became that he became too scarred. And it made him start second guessing who
fair.
Mourinho was. The first Mourinho that came from Porto and didn't have a bad history and turned up at Chelsea, his team was blistering. Them wingers were on job. Like Joe Cole and everyone he had in his team, they played a different brand of football. But when he started to get this title of getting sacked as a manager after leaving Chelsea and that Real Madrid job, it really scarred him, especially the Madrid job. So for me, the fact that Amorim doesn't have that is what I'm quite optimistic about this season.
I just want to add on to something. Jose became a caricature of himself.
Yeah.
The persona. He put too much persona out there. And that became about, it wasn't that actually his skills. It became about the persona. Like doing mad things, saying mad things. And then I'm sorry, that as football was changing, modern footballers couldn't get on board with that. But
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Next one is Delete. This was an easy one. Key player, man, for me.
Transform, I think he's going to have to transform.
Nah, it's not transform, man.
You're telling me Onana has to transform. You think Delete
don't have to transform.
He has to transform, Saeed. He has to
2-1. 2-1.
What do you mean from Eric Ten Hag ball to Amorim ball?
Yeah, but you're talking about a guy who's actually good in
Listen, are you telling me one of the most, for me as well, what people are underestimating?
What is going on here, man?
One of Amorim's most vital clogs in his team is his back three. I wouldn't be surprised if the only person that survives that back three is Yoro.
Nah, Alessandro will be all right, man.
You think Alessandro is not even mobile? He's not even an athlete.
Nah, man. You lot are sleeping on Alessandro.
No, mad. If you think Alessandro,
I see a lot of people giving up on Alessandro.
I haven't given up on him. But the type of football that this manager,
I am not giving up on him. But I'm sorry, the wide spaces worry me. The wide spaces worry me because you know what? Let me tell you something. In the games that I watched, I've been watching how teams have attacked and beat Sporting Lisbon. They attack them between the wing back and the centre half. They exploit that space. And if the right hand side or the left hand side of those two in a three are not as super mobile and physical, he's physical, but it's not. If you're not mobile, you can be exposed. But I really hope that his injuries are behind him. Was he training today? Was he spotted and training?
No, is that international break?
But what's that kid at Everton?
Who?
Braithwaite.
Yes, that's why they want him. That kid is mobile.
He's crap. He's crap. But I don't know what you guys are on about. He's crap.
All right.
Who? Braithwaite? Yeah. Okay.
Shit.
Next one. Keep liking video, people.
I'll get that Incensio guy.
Yeah.
We
have 239 likes, guys. Let's get these up to at least 300, man. We're doing very slow on the likes, guys. Come on, let's do it. Next one is Bayende. I'm guessing rotation because he's just not going to get ahead of Onana. Well, you never know. Imagine he's the natural number one on this manager.
That'll make me happy.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But you know what, though? He might not like Onana. Who knows? Like, he's got two competent keepers. It's not as if Bayende is a shit keeper.
He is, man. He's not.
Let's see. Malacio.
Transform,
yeah?
Yeah, transforms. Saeed, can I say something, please?
Yeah.
Can you go to my ad? If I can't even comment from here.
Why? I don't understand.
Just double check. I don't know. It's not just you. I don't know what's happening. You come to YouTube. It's all right. Don't worry. I'll just have to see you on YouTube. Don't worry. Carry on. Yeah, Malacia for me transformed because he needs to. He needs to be rotated because we can't rush him back, Saeed. We can't rush him back.
Yeah, that's what I would say rotation.
Inspired,
rotation.
Inspired to be. He has to inspire to be transformed and then to become a key player. There's levels to this, people. There is levels.
Levels.
You have to get out of rotation to get into transform, then to become a key player. That's what you have.
I think rotation is better than transform.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, because I think rotation, you're a part of the 11. You're just being rotated.
I think transform.
If you don't, because rotation, you're still a part of the club. Transform. If you don't transform, you're out of the club. That's close to loan. Because if a player can't transform, you have to get him out on loan. Think about it. He can't play the football the manager wants him. So he can't stay as a rotation. Because as a rotation player, you still have the ability to play the football. I feel like Malacia has the ability to play the football.
Okay. I don't know. For me, I'm still saying rotation, though, man. But I get what you mean. He can turn into a. But for me, step by step in it.
Attributes, yeah. He's attributes.
Transfer window. Next March International, we'll do this again, and he'll probably be into transform.
Can I just explain my point of view? I think you leave rotation because you've been transformed into the system.
Yes,
then you become the key player. That's my understanding of it. Okay. But no problem. See it different.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is the easy one. Can we all agree? Key player Mazraoui.
100%. He's a key player.
Okay,
Stop that Wan-Bissaka propaganda. Stop that. I don't want Bissaka propaganda. The only guy I'm confident about. The only guy I'm confident about in this whole squad.
Whole team.
The whole squad. The only guy I'm confident about is Mazraoui. The only guy. Because when we've been struggling, he's been the only light.
I think he's
Musa, you got to come to Old Trafford, Musa. You got to come and watch him live. You got to come and watch him live. He's the only guy that's giving me hope in a dark time.
I think that this system is going to make him become a victim.
Yeah.
He's going to become a victim of the system because
listen, man,
he's not in
because
you see me, I would rather play him in the back three on the right without Euro because he's that good, I think. And I think he will be solid in the back three without Euro there. But as a wing back, I just don't see it.
He's a key player. It's a key player for me.
Musa, I agree. I think he might be better suited to the best position, might be the centre half. Sometimes stepping into midfield. But I think as a wing back, because the thing what you have to understand about Amorim's system, Saeed, Musa, is that not one of them is very attacking. One of them has to be defensively sound. So
yeah, but that is what you mentioned earlier about the flanks and Amorim's teams being attacked between the wing back and the defender on the flanks. He would cover that right part just because he's so good at defending and he's also able to play that right back, wing back position right well. So he will be able to read that very well when we're under attack. That's why I think
he's the only one who gives me hope, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's the only one that gives me hope in this football club.
I prefer him over Delo. So
I don't think footballing wise, no players had a bigger impact than him. Forget even Bruno. Like in terms of performances of 90 minutes, Saeed. In terms of performances of 90 minutes. Yeah.
He's on loan. Loan him out, man. Stop playing games with me, Saeed.
It's just going to be rotation, but you know what I mean?
He's never going to play. We've already got a goalkeeper there in rotation.
You know, we need an NA then. We need an NA.
You can't have
we need to promote one of the young keepers, innit? He's just there for Manchester United, the roots and all
that loan should be sell. We shouldn't even be loaning people out. That should be a straight sell.
You know what we'll do? Loan/sell.
Yeah, like you gotta sell these players, man.
Okay, cool. Next one is Mason Mount.
Sell.
Transform.
Sell.
Now, generally, you know what? He could be under that list of
sell. Let him start his career somewhere else. We're not saying
he might. Listen. Carefully joking
how
around
long
here.
is he going to be available?
Ain't no key player, but you never know. He could be on the transform in that new system.
Nah, sell.
Are you sure?
But Saeed, is he going to be available? Can you guarantee that he's available?
That's his problem. That's why I would put him in a rotation.
You're a Sly Ten Hag fan, you know.
What?
I mean, you're a Sly. I'm
not Mason Mount fan. I didn't want him.
Why can you not be selling him? You got to sell him.
What I'm saying is, I'm saying to people that you look at the sort of profile he is. Yeah, he's not a midfielder. He's not a winger. He's not a 10. Like generally, bro, like he is someone that you would say in that system probably suits him the most.
He thrived. He thrived in that system. Yeah.
What did he do in that Tuchel system when he played 3-4-3?
Yeah.
He was one of the better players. Obviously, not the same player anymore. But I'm saying that could he be one of them that would transform under thingy? Would it be rotation? I'm just asking the question.
As fans, he's got this hip injury, Saeed. He has got this injury, and he's going to get injury. So I would rather get rid of him.
I think as well, some of these positions that you lot are mentioning are key Like, I think there's going to be about 3 positions that the manager is definitely going to want to put a stamp in with one of his own players.
Yeah.
And the Mason Mount position is one of those positions. I think he's going to want to bring someone in. I look at the goalkeeper and think he might not want to put a stamp there of his own player. I look at the back 3, like you said, Martinez, Euro, Delete, where he's like, cool, I might add one more to that of my own player. Then I look at the holding position as well. That's the one. You know what? That holding position is kind of crazy,
Yeah.
Because we think we've got more players than we actually have for that 2 of Casemiro and Ugarte.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't.
When people are putting their nose
rotation for now, man. Rotation, because he's not going to play.
You have to sell him, man. This is Straightjacket podcast. That has to get sold.
No, I have to sell Saeed. I'm sorry.
You have to sell him.
See you later.
Cool.
Because listen, we don't know what he can do because he can't stay fit. So this is not an agenda. It's just the evidence. It's the evidence that we have.
Evidence.
It's the data. The data showing he can't stay fit. And he's got serious hip problem that will always going to cause him injuries, apparently.
It's long.
Yeah. Okay, next one is Dalot. I'm going to say key player again for me.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think he'll be a key player.
I think he needs to be. I think he needs to be rotated. Me personally, because Saeed, because he's played too much.
I said rotated. Are you kidding me?
Rotation.
Rotation for who?
Saeed, let me finish. Let me just finish.
For Mazraoui.
Right. Listen. He needs to be rotated, Saeed, because I actually genuinely believe he's played too much football and he is shattered.
Yeah, but he can still do that. But it's still
it's affecting his form. No, he's not.
He's not.
One thing that's
Saeed, Mazraoui on the lot. Who are you starting?
What do you mean who's starting?
Mazraoui on the lot. Answer the question. Who you starting?
I'm starting Mazraoui left wing back.
Right, there you go. Rotation.
Dalot right wing back.
Your team's the worst team ever. That's the worst team.
What do you mean worst team? That's the team that's going to happen.
That's the worst team in history.
I'm starting both.
If you think that this new manager is going to start the season, his first game, with these 2
I swear down, man.
You've lost your mind. You've lost your mind.
I don't know what you're doing. So who's playing left wing back then? Who's playing left wing back?
One of the wingers.
Oh my days. This is crazy, man. This
Saeed, you're doing a Ten Hag again. You've brought the manager in for playing 4 wingers in his team. Minimum.
4 wingers. What do you
mean? 4
mean?
wingers. That's what he played at in Sporting.
No, but this thing, he hasn't got the Sporting Lisbon players now, has he? So that's let's look at Sporting Lisbon players when he's got them in the summer.
He's got the wingers.
Right now, we have to deal with the players that we've got right now.
He has he's got
Diego Dalot is going to be first on that team sheet, whether you like it or not.
Let's see. Remember, I told you.
This is crazy. So what are you lot saying then? You lot saying what?
He's going to play wingers in those positions. He's not playing defenders.
So you're saying it's rotation?
Of course he's rotation with Mazraoui.
Are you agree with that, Nuruddin?
1 in, 1 out. They both don't start.
Due to the fatigue.
Forget the fatigue.
No, there's the fatigue.
Forget the fatigue for now.
No, but I can't ignore the evidence. I can't ignore the data. There's fatigue.
Oh my days.
That's the new one. That's the new one. We can't ignore the data.
All right, ignore the data. We'll go rotation.
My eyes don't lie to me. Rotation for them for the moment. But like I said, he can inspire to transform, then to become a key player.
Don't think twice about your boy Evans. We have to sell him, Saeed.
See you later, Saeed. See you later. If you tell me Evans has to stay at the end of the season, then you're in the mud, mate.
Yeah, no, he might play games, but like I said, he might be rotation. Yeah. It's either that or this one. I can't lie.
No. He is. Listen, he's a great servant, but we need to get rid of him at the end of the season.
He's going to sell. I don't think he's going to play games under Amorim. I don't think.
Okay. Xerxes.
For me, it's a rotation till he learns how to transform his game to become a key player.
Key player.
Yeah. No. To me, it's rotation for now. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a straight.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that. For me, I don't know if it's too soon for transform. Like
my 2 players who I think everyone doesn't think are going to do well under him. One of them is Xerxes, that I think is going to surprise a lot of people under Emery.
Yeah,
and I think very quickly as well. in a very short space of time. So I was going for a transformation, but I can take rotation. It's not a problem.
Okay, Musa. Like, that's a hot take from Musa.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
It's
really interesting.
That's a sensible take. I don't mind.
No, it's a hot take in terms of where the fan base are. Not in terms of what Musa said. In terms of where the fan base is. The fan base are
going to be very surprised with Zertsky, I believe. And I got one more. That's definitely going to be a hot take.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So rotation for now. But Musa said, I'm more inclined to think, you know what, transform, because
I'm transformed.
I mean, he's a new player, to be fair. New players.
You know why I say that is because we've seen glimpses, but we haven't seen enough for us to be like, you know what, like rotation not going to help him as well. I don't think rotation helps him. I think actually being consistent with him and playing him, I think that's gonna,
All right, understand. That's one of the 10s. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Next one.
Cool. Next one, guys.
Is his key player, mate.
Yeah, there you go.
Key player. He's worked with him. He's the only one he's worked with before. Yeah, Ugarte. He's his key general, mate.
He's a key player. He doesn't have to be transferred.
But do you think though that it will actually come into fruition? Like, will he actually be a key player though? That's the thing though. Like,
this guy knows what he wants.
Become a key player though.
This guy knows what he wants.
Because he's come to play a system. He's
coached him. Saeed put him on the market where he got bought for 60 million. Are you kidding me? Ugarte was somebody they signed, Sporting Lisbon, and who put on the shelf, and they made 60 million out of him.
No, but I'm saying sometimes, when you leave someone behind and you move on and you do better, like maybe that could be a situation with Ugarte. Like the manager might say, you know what, it worked over there in Sporting, but I've come to Man United, and you know what, maybe it's not the same player I had 3 years ago.
Yeah, but
have you seen what he already said about him? Have you seen what Amorim said about him?
Yeah. What did he say
about your Uruguayan players?
He loves
players. He loves them.
That's why he's got 2 in his team.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he loves Uruguayan players.
A guy called Araujo. He's Uruguayan.
Yeah. He said he loves them. Well, he said he's a good lad. He said he's a good lad and he loves
the man leave everything on the pitch. Yeah, they leave everything on the pitch.
Yeah. They do.
Yeah.
So listen, shout out to him, man. You get me? Next one is let me just put them. Yeah, I thought put Lisandro Martinez. I'm gonna still say key player, man. You lot are just bugging, man.
I think he has to transform his game.
He has to transform
his game.
Yeah, he has to transform his game, or he's gonna, because that's a key position to the manager. And if he doesn't transform his game, he's gonna lose that spot.
And that's why you had the 16-year-old training already, Saeed. The 16-year-old's already on the heels of that position.
If he doesn't transform his game and he keeps it Eric Ten Hag style, he's going to lose his position. But if he does transform it, he will definitely become a key player. But he's going to have to transform it.
He has to bring that. He has to bring that form from the first season. That fight.
But
remember Liverpool?
One thing I think that might help him. Yeah, that's the thing I think that the manager likes, that South American aggression, and I think that might help him if he brings it. But he's going to have to bring it.
He has to bring it. Transform.
Yeah. No, I think for me, with Alessandro, like a lot of people are slandering him, innit? Like,
no, I'm not slandering him, Saeed.
I'm not saying some
he's
people
my favorite player.
Saeed,
he's him and Mazraoui is one of my new favorites. But in terms of the last 3 years, he's been my player. He's my captain.
Yeah,
he's why I think he should be captain.
Yeah,
I think he should be captain.
I think he's gonna play the left. He could play the center, but I think he's gonna play on the wide left area. But that's why you got Mazraoui there, man. He's gonna help him out so much, and come back and cover as well. So I think for me, it's like, I think it's so good in that aspect, man. Like you've got someone there who's gonna help him out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so good, man.
I just worry about the wide areas he can get exposed because he hasn't got the mobility. But go ahead. Next one.
Yeah.
Amad
Diallo. This one.
I think you know what transform the game. I think he's
a key player.
I think key player. For me, it has to be a key player, man.
He's a key player.
It's not seen Saeed. I'm sorry. He needs to be transformed into a
key player.
Why transform? He doesn't need to transform.
Because I'm not seeing enough data. He's not played enough.
Man, you don't need data, man. I've seen enough.
You've seen enough data with Ahmed Diallo. You've seen it.
This is not a key player.
If there's any player that can adapt to any footballing style of play,
tell him.
Diallo, it's him.
It's him.
I don't think you understand what my point is, though. You have to inspire to be the key player. He's not the key player yet.
Nordine, you have not seen any data that tells you he would not be able to adapt to a new style of play from Amorim. There's
He's
no data
too passive at times. I'm sorry.
There isn't.
He is. He's too passive. I need more from him.
This is the kid that was that goal against Liverpool when he flipping comes defending deep, breaking up the play, then playing the ball and then being on the end of it. That's the kid that we got here, man. This is a kid who defends hard, tackles hard, but has also got the ability.
No, but he's a bit too passive for me at times.
Yeah.
He's got the ability.
I'm
not questioning the ability. I am not questioning the ability. I'm not questioning the ability.
That's the manager's tactics.
Exactly.
I'm not questioning the ability.
That's the manager's tactics. That's not Diallo. That's what the manager's asking from him.
I think he needs to inspire to be a key player. Me personally,
he's a key player for me.
Go ahead, you put him there. 2-1.
Listen, man. Ahmad is, bro. If he's not a key player, we got some problems, bro. Telling you now.
I believe in the democracy, so there you go. 2-1. I just said he needs to have a challenge to be inspired to become a key player. He needs to transform his mentality because a bit of it was to me at times. You got so much talent, and you're not. It's not gonna come to you, Ahmad. You gotta fucking grab it. You gotta grab it and stop passing the ball to these men to always try to give the ball. Have you seen him? Always try to find Bruno. No, you make it happen.
That's his game.
Nah, man,
you know what? Wallahi, it's his game. That's why I prefer a manager who actually says, you know what?
That's his game. Because this is something I saw. This is what I saw earlier when I think was Rance's stream earlier when he spoke about teams that create chances. Teams that create chances, like Liverpool and City. Teams that create chances like Liverpool and City, their chances are so clear. We're thinking to ourselves, how did you miss that? When was the last time Man United had chances where you're sitting there thinking, how did you it's so easier to score than actually miss? And that's what Ahmad's about. But that's what Ahmad's about. Ahmad's about creating chances for players where it's easier to score than to actually miss. But when you don't have a manager who's setting up the team to play like that, it's problematic. He's found the perfect manager who's going to want to create so many. You know how many chances these men create for their forward play in flipping Lisbon? Always creating for their striker. And this is why I think it's the perfect manager for Diallo. So I'm gassed for him. I'm gassed for it, what we're going to see.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So for me, I can't lie. That one there is certified, man. We got some good stuff coming up on that one there. I'm a Diallo perfect. This one here, man. Boy.
This is my resurrection. This is the return of the Undertaker. This is for me. This for me. Antony is gonna shock the whole fan base. That's what I believe.
I've got this weird feeling that he actually becomes a good player under.
You know why I think he's gonna shock the whole fan base? I think he's going to be right wing back. He's going to be the right wing back that's going to transform his play under Amorim. And the reason for that is for the characteristics that the right winger or the right wing back at Sporting has now. Being a left-footed player, having the aggression to defend. Because we all said not long ago that he's good at defending, but that's not good enough. We wanted him to do more going forward. But I think where he was limited going forward was that the patterns of play that Eric Ten Hag had was not helping him for his attributes. This is not a man that's just going to run down the wing, brother. He needs to play off players. It's the same issue Sancho had where there's no ball-playing players around you. And I think with the new formation and the new system, I'm not going to talk. I'm not here to gas him up or anything. I'm just going to say, watch it unfold. That's all I'm going to say. Because you see what you said as well, Noradine. The difference between him and Ahmad, my man believes himself to the high. He doesn't care what we think about him, you know. Antony believes he's the hardest thing since sliced bread. He thinks he's the best thing out. And you see it with his character. And I think you're going to need that personality in this team to survive. And that's another thing I like about the manager. The manager's talking about characters and personality. When they said to him, do you need time? He said, I don't want you not to say that we need time because we're a young team. Because if you're here at Man United already, I believe you should already have the character. I'm hoping that you do. Brother, you can't just be playing at Man United and just sitting there like, I'm at flipping Wimbledon or Brighton. I'm flipping, I need time to warm up and get into the game. You need to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Highest level.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with transform, guys.
Yeah, I'm with transform.
Also, Nuruddin's not having it. What are you saying,
I
Nuruddin?
let Nuruddin speak.
Please mute yourselves for a minute because I don't want to be interrupted.
Cool.
I have never known a footballer in an attacking way to transmit everything he's going to do. I have never known or seen a one-footed footballer like Antony. I agree with Musa. He has the aggression. He actually showed us in that first season when he joined us, the fact that he can actually run, chase, hustle people, get at them. What I saw from last season, example being the Brighton game, where my guy's jumping out of 50-50s, he lost that drive. This has to be the ultimate, the greatest transformation in the history of football. For Antony, who is a flop with flip-flops on his head, back to Copacabana Beach, for him go from the flop to become the ultimate transformation in the history of world football. Trust me on this one. That is why I'm like, he's a young player. I can't be too hard. I've got to put my personal issues with him to the side and actually just see the raw footballer. So for him, this is the only chance and the last chance. If he doesn't do it, basically, he's playing for his Manchester United future. Not even that. He's playing for the future to play in the top 5 leagues in Europe, Saeed and Musa.
Okay.
I will agree to that. I agree, but I think he's going to match expectations. I think when you have clear instructions and a clear way of playing football, I don't see him flopping. I don't see him.
Yeah. Right, cool. Guys, we need to push for 500 likes. I don't know how many we are away from it, but we're not doing too great in this numbers, guys. Come on, there's 857 people here. We're on 334 likes. Come on, 150, less than 150 away, guys, from 500 likes. The likes help the channel, algorithm or whatnot. So please hit the like button, people. Next one we've got is Hojlund. Why? Hojlund. I mean, don't know, man. I'm going to say transform. Only because that's the only hope I've got. If I put Antony on there, surely I've got to put Hojlund on there.
Hojlund transform. He can do it.
Yeah. Nuruddin, you say transform?
I think he can do it.
You there, Nuruddin?
I think he can do it. Hojlund can transform.
You're on mute.
Yeah, transform. Yeah. He has to. From what was said the other night by his coach, he's not scored a goal in a year for Denmark. And before that, we bought him.
I did not score a goal for a year for Denmark.
For a year, yeah. In a year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is
he needs another incredible transformation. And I think he's got all of the attributes that Coquel's guy has. And I even think he's a better finisher, close control finisher. I believe in this kid's finishing. He has to silence the doubters and have an incredible transformation as well.
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna go with that one. For that one, Hojlund transform. Collier.
Who?
Collier rotation.
Sell loan, get out, whatever. Sell loan.
Yeah, I think for me he needs a loan. I can't lie.
Yeah, loan.
I would loan him out in January.
I fundamentally disagree.
Come on, man. He's not gonna play game time.
I fundamentally disagree. Let me hear my side of it. I've seen enough to know what
You've seen a couple of games, bro.
Saeed, let me finish. I've liked what I've seen, and I am not going to lie to you. Musa said it before. If Casemiro was to get injured, or Kobe was to get injured again, or something, God forbid, something happened to Ugarte, we're going to need some legs in that midfield. He has that, and he has got that mind where he can be transformed into a system of playing, a new way of playing. So for me, he is a rotation player for now inspiring to be transformed. I'm not loaning or selling. Unless at the end of the season, if you want to loan him out or sell him, you can do that. But I need to see more. What I've seen, if I'm being honest, and I want to see more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Faz for the Rants for the raid. Big up to Rants each and every time. Big up everyone who's come from there. If you are coming from there, please hit the like button, people. If you're coming in, shout out to Rants.
All the podcasts on this channel, people. 307. Let's go. Big up Rants.
Let's
go, I was watching a bit of Rants and Faz earlier, and they were doing good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're not loaning and selling him. What are you doing? You got to put my boy. I like you can't. You can't get me to keep Antony and bloody get rid of Colin. You taking the.
All right. Cool. All right, cool. Say no more. Next one is Ericsson. He's not going to get a new deal, by the way. For me,
he's gone,
man. He's going to be sold, man. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Big up for the memories.
What's he called again? I forgot his name.
Anas, whatever it is.
No, this guy here. What's he called again?
Who's that? Dango. Is that Dango?
Oh, Dango. Yeah, Dango.
Yeah. Rotation.
Yeah, loan sell. He's got to go out and loan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know he's still there.
Garnacho. It's the big one, guys.
Transform. He's got to transform himself.
Till the end of the
But what
season.
about the system, though, man? Is he going to get game time in the system?
Well, he might play as one of the number 10s who goes
I think he's going to be I think he's going to be the left wing back. 100%. He's got the aggression. He gets up and down the pitch.
He needs to be transformed.
He just has to transform.
I think rotation, you know.
Yeah,
transform.
I don't think you'll see enough transformation this season. I can't lie. I don't know, you know. I don't think he's. I think sometimes
Amorim can shock you, you know. Amorim can shock you, you know.
Transform. He's got the attributes to be a wing back, and his pace, how he gets up and down the wing. The question is, can he transform his defensive side of the game, and can Amorim give that to him? If Amorim can transform his defensive side of the game, he's going to be a wing back.
Yeah, man said wing back, you know. That's crazy. I'm going to say, because I'm saying rotation. Musa, what are you saying? Transform. What are you saying, Nuruddin? Transform. I don't think he's going to get enough game time for me, but we'll see. Kobe Mainoo. See this one here, yeah? I think he's going to be rotation, you know.
I think he's going to be the backup to Bruno.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to say, I could be wrong in it, but it could be easily key player. Don't get me wrong.
I think ideally
he's not going to
ideally as well with his age group. He needs to be looking. We need to be looking to phase Bruno out of the club with Kobe Mainoo taking over.
Kobe Mainoo, yeah.
That's that Kobe should be here to phase Bruno out.
Yeah.
So I'll still put him.
For me though, when you look at him,
still a key player.
Yeah.
But still a key player.
Rotation for the key player.
Because for me, everyone in the transformation and key player are the players who have a chance of being in the starting 11. Those two lines there are the starting 11 lines for me.
Yeah. Nordy, what are you saying? Kobe,
it's because of the injuries that he's been having, the burnout that the manager's done to him. I think for now, rotation. But he's a key player, but rotation. I won't burn him out again. I won't burn him out, me personally.
Yeah.
I won't burn him out.
That's
the reason why. Because he's played too much football in such a short time, Saeed.
Bro, too much football, man.
Too much football. And that's the reason why I would take him at rotation, even though I think he could be the key player.
Yeah, we need to phase out Bruno with Kobe. We have to be phasing out Bruno with Kobe. That's it.
Yeah.
We have to be using it.
Lenny Yoro. This was an easy one, man.
Yeah.
The key player.
Key player, man. It's exciting, man. Wallahi. We haven't seen him, man. It's mad when you deep it. Like, haven't seen him yet. You know, I mean, played one game not 2 games actually. He played against Rangers, and then he played against Arsenal, and that was it, really. Not seen him since. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that one there, bro, key player, man. You know, I'm just gonna be excited to see what he's about. Ethan Wheatley, man. There's a lot of hype about him. I'm gonna say loan for Wheatley, guys.
I don't know too much about him. There was a lot of hype, but I don't know too much.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The thing is, he's been banging in goals in the under 23 years and under 18s, but he's not really had game time like that though. He hasn't had like even 15, 20 minutes. He's had like 1 minute here and there.
We don't know. We don't have enough data.
Yeah, you don't have enough data. So I'm going to say sell him. He could be one of them. Yeah, he goes to a championship club, starts banging in goals.
Come back, loan, maybe.
Yeah, loan. And Harry Amas.
Loan.
He's an interesting one, because
he's interesting.
Rotation right now, Saeed.
Rotation,
yeah.
We need him, yeah.
Left wing back role, maybe.
But he hasn't played all season, man.
Yeah.
So who did we get rid of? Let's have a look.
Because you know what? With the rotation, it's Delo. Delo's playing left-sided more than...
I can't believe you put Delo on rotation, man. You lot are crazy, I swear.
No,
man.
Because of the burnout, Saeed. Nothing else. Nothing
Not burnout. He's a key player, man.
No, Saeed, he's a burnout. Have you been keeping attention in the games at home?
Yeah, but he's a burnout because at the end of the day, the managers don't rotate anyway.
But based on how you guys see transformation and key player, I would put him in transformation then. I'll do that.
Okay, so the roundup is Casemiro, Mazraoui, Ugarte, Ahmad, Kobe, and Yoro are key players. Transform, we have Onana, Bruno, Rashford.
Onana's a key player, man. You just boyed him. But
No, I can't lie. I would have put him on key player,
He's a key player.
It's not, man. It's not.
He's our number one goalkeeper.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
He's our number one goalkeeper. And he's saying that he's played so well this season.
I'm going to give Musa this one. Musa, I disagree with you a lot. I'm going to give him keeper. Okay.
I'm not defeated.
I think this one, I can't lie, guys.
You guys have forgotten the goals he was letting in.
I disagree with you on Dillit. I think Dillit should be on here in key player. Or you lot said transform. Zerk said transform. Lisandro transform. Antony transform. Hojlund transform, Garnacho transform. Even though I said for me,
the ultimate transform,
he should be here.
Rotation,
Maguire on rotation. We have Maguire, Lindelof, Bayende, Malacia, Dalot, Collier, and Harry Amas. And then on loan to sell, we have Heaton, Mount, Evans, Ericsson. We have I forgot his name again. Dango, Wheatley, and then on flop we have Luke Shaw, man, on his own category,
Mason Mount might join him if he gets injured this whole season again. If he holds another injury until and he's out most of this season, he's been a flop. You can't be injured for your first 2 seasons at a club.
Yeah. But it's interesting how people view things, man. You know what I mean? Like how people see things, how people understand things and whatnot. Like it's difficult. If you lot disagree as well, and by the way, in the comments, let us know, people. If you
some people have still got Luke Shaw as their number 1 left back.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm seeing people put Luke Shaw in their favorite team of the season. It's mad.
Madness.
It's crazy, man. Like people are going, they got mad.
It's madness.
You know what I mean? But I think ultimately, broski, like certain people have to perform, man. They have to perform now, man. This is it now. And this, for me, it's like it's all in the players now. The manager don't know half of these players. He knows one player maybe at max, and maybe the Portuguese dons. That's it. The rest of them, he don't know them, bro, like that. He don't really know them like that. You get me? It's up to them to prove as to why they should be playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And can they do that? It's a different question. Like, it's going to be interesting, man. We will be there. You know what I mean?
And another key thing you're forgetting, saying your sites, you should be on Fraud Watch with Ineos. It's not just the players, because the reason why in the 40 let me finish. In 140 something years of Manchester United history, he's the first team coach guy. Ineos are managing the football club. They're managing, their structure is managing the football club. So so they are on watch, because if these players are now trying to do something madness with a manager, they have to be held accountable.
I agree.
And to be said.
I agree.
So you're not just watching the players, Saeed. Ineos is also being watched.
No, but I don't think anybody's disagreeing with you there, Nuruddin. Nobody's saying Ineos have free reign.
Some people are like, Ineos propaganda, man. Hook, line, and sinker, bro. Line, and sinker. I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying it's you, side. I'm saying some of the fan base, what the temperature I'm taking, there are people who are telling me, sending me DMs, saying to me, lay off Ineos.
Lay off Ineos. Wow. But I think with Ineos, I think you give them too much heat when they don't need it. But then when you needed to give it, we praise you for that. But I think sometimes when you give them a lot of heat, it's not needed. That's all I'm going to say. There's a like for me, when they didn't sack Ten Hag, for me it was like, yo, we have to all get onto them. But when they give, they got Amorim, we have to also praise
3
them.
months of the season.
We have to give them praise.
All that emotion. Saeed, what we all knew the inevitable. Every Manchester United deep down in their heart knew. As soon as they interview somebody else, this Erik Ten Hag, it was when. It wasn't. It was going to be when we was going to sack. It's not going to be how. It was when. So at the end of the day, they wasted my time. Saeed, and also I am.
But it wasted everyone's time.
Listen, I am never, ever aligning myself with people who've helped the Glazers to stay. Remember, I was the only consistent guy in the whole of the YouTube who said, Saeed, that the Glazers are looking for investment and they're not willing to send. And the amount of flack that I took with people calling me negative because I said, I can see the Glazers, they're not serious. Would you
have said no? Let me ask you a question, Jordan. The Ineos are here with 25% or Glazers only. Which one would you have taken?
No, because I think the Glazers only, because then the fans would have been trying to get them out. And now we've tried that. We've tried that. You've been on many protests. It's been difficult to get these.
They would have sold. They ain't got the money. They're not in to invest. They would have sold.
Yeah, but for me, I looked at the benefits of having Ineos.
It would have took longer. Yes, it would have took longer. It would have took longer, Saeed, but they would have sold because they don't want to invest in the club.
I don't know unless you have that money.
These lot gave them a lifeline.
I don't think so, man. I think for me, ultimately, I'm just looking at the positive side of it. Of what we have some football structure at least. I never seen that at my club for 20 odd years.
I'm not saying that we've got football structure
on my Barado. For them, man. I'll take that all day long over Ed Woodward and them, man. There, you know what I'm saying to you. They were never gonna sell. And I have to admit that, honestly, bro, there was times where I was like, yo, these men are here. You give me a little distraction.
You've been subjugated so much. They've taken everything away, all your bare necessities.
And who's to say that they don't go in about...
And they give you a bit of bread and butter. You're doing...
What if they go in the next 5 years' time, 5-10 years' time?
I forget all that if. They're not going nowhere. If the structure that you spoke about... They go in the next 5 years and they get bought out. The structure that you're speaking about is successful. Why would they go anywhere?
They might do. You never know. They might want to leave.
But also, what if the club is successful?
I'll flip that then. What if the club's successful and we're doing well? We don't talk about the Glazers then, do we?
No, but the likelihood.
Yes or no, though? Is that true?
Yeah, but that does. But okay, cool. We don't talk about the Glazers. Is that a good thing?
I think the problem is, the reason why Man United have not been doing well is because we've been failing in terms of how much we've been spending, why we've been spending it, and who we've been spending on it. It's because we had bankers running the football club. Now we have footballing people spending money.
If Man United are winning trophies, winning Premier League titles.
Yes, we don't talk about the Glazers.
We still have the structure of ownership that we do with the Glazers. It's still not a good thing. They still need to go.
Nah, man, I'm sorry, man. If you're winning Premier League titles and Champions Leagues, for me, I'm not saying I don't care about the Glazers, but I'm saying nobody talks like them in that same way. I'm sorry. We don't have all of this Glazer.
Yeah, how we talk about them, the reality of Manchester United.
I'm sorry, we don't. It's a reality, guys. It's a reality.
But anyway, we might not talk about it.
Podcast in 2 minutes, guys. Let's wrap this up, man. I'm just going to get a super chat here.
No, Saeed. I've extended it, Saeed. I've extended it to 5 past.
No, I've got to go anyway. I'm
just waiting. I'm waiting.
Let him land.
I'm waiting. I waited patiently. I didn't.
Go on.
Didn't disturb. That's a classic case. What just Saeed heard. I don't disagree with a lot of the points because the pain was too much. We needed somebody to relieve the pain, right? The bleeding was too much. We needed somebody to stop the bleeding. So I understand that and I sympathize with that point of view. But what it is now is the lesser of the two evils. And I don't work on the lesser of the two evils. Either we go back into the trenches and we fight, we go back to war, or we get a new set of owners and you give them 3 to 4 years to fix the damage that the Glazers have done. So for me, I will never, in deep down in my heart, I know the pain too much, Saeed. The pain too much. I'm scarred by Glazers the first day they came in. We all knew it. I was at that first protest. We all knew what they were doing to this football club. And everything we said, and even more, came to fruition in terms of how much damage they've done. So for me, if you collaborate with, it's like you collaborate with those people who I detest. You are in the crossfire. You're getting that ricochets, man.
Yeah.
And for me, that's why Ineos on front. Now, Saeed, he said to me, at the end of the season or the season after, they're going to get more percentage and they're going to...
that's what I'm saying.
then that I can have a little hope in that. But initially, the way they've done it, this broke billionaire, the way he's done it, I do not.
Okay, fair enough. Last super chat before we wrap up. I will never forget all the goals Onana let in, but we can't lie and say he hasn't turned up right now this season. Yeah, spot on. As much as you give him praise, you've got to give him the respect as well. But listen, people, man, we need the likes to get up, man. The likes are shocking, man. Like, genuinely, man. I don't know what's going on with people, man. But
so I don't know if it's something on YouTube or whatever.
Maybe. I don't know. People don't know where the like button is. I don't know, guys. But you lot, I swear, man, it's free content. Like, you literally are watching this for free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so please hit the like button. It just helps the channel, the algorithm, etc., etc. So just hit the like button. That's it. Simple. Hit the like button, and you've done your bit for the channel. So big up to everyone here. We're going to redirect to Nuruddin's channel, United Real Therapy. Big up to Musa. And yeah, hit the like button on Nuruddin's video when you get in there, people. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.